Hey everyone! Welcome back to our channel. If you're a K-pop fan, especially BTS, you've definitely been amazed watching Jimin perform on stage, right? He dances with super intense choreography, spinning, jumping, even doing acrobatic moves, but his voice remains stable and beautiful. Well, in today's video, we're going to uncover the mystery behind Jimin's extraordinary ability. How exactly does he sing so perfectly while dancing that hard? Before we start, don't forget to like, subscribe, and hit that notification bell so you don't miss any of our exciting content. Okay, let's dive in. First of all, we need to understand why this is something incredibly difficult. Imagine you're exercising, running fast, or doing jumping jacks. You'd be out of breath, right? Your heart's pounding, your body needs more oxygen. Now try singing in that condition. Super hard, isn't it? Your voice would definitely be unstable, breath would be short, especially if you have to hit high notes. Almost impossible. But Jimin does this every day at every concert, at every performance. And what's even crazier, he does it perfectly. His voice stays clear, the emotion is still there, and his performance is always stunning. How does he do it? So guys, in the K-pop world, the position of main dancer and lead vocalist are usually never held by the same person. Why? Because these two positions are physically and technically contradictory. A main dancer needs super high stamina, explosive movements, and extraordinary energy. Meanwhile, a lead vocalist needs precise breath control, vocal stability, and the ability to project voice clearly. Jimin is an anomaly. He's one of the rare idols who masters both positions simultaneously. And this December 2025, with his song, who's surpassing over 2 billion streams on Spotify, his ability is getting even more spotlight. So what's his secret? The first secret lies in his unique vocal technique. This is interesting. Even though Jimin never received formal vocal training before joining Big Hit Entertainment, he developed his own technique through hard practice over the years. An opera singer who analyzed Jimin's vocals said that he has an extraordinary ability to switch between vocal registers smoothly. Jimin uses a technique called mixed voice. So he blends chest voice and head voice to create a consistent tone, even when moving intensively. This technique makes him not overly dependent on just one register. So when breath becomes short from dancing, he can quickly adjust his vocal resonance without losing quality. Then what makes Jimin different is how he uses vocal fry and falsetto. Have you heard of vocal fry? That's like a low, vibrating sound, usually at the beginning or end of phrases. Jimin uses this not just for style, but as a strategy to conserve vocal energy. So for example, when the choreography is at its peak and he needs more oxygen for muscles, Jimin will use vocal fry or falsetto, which requires less air pressure than full voice. Pretty smart, right? This is a clever calculation that allows him to last through 2 to 3 hour concerts without losing vocal quality. Mind-blowing! What's really fascinating is how Jimin has mastered the art of vocal dynamics while in motion. Most singers learn to control volume, tone, and pitch while standing still, but Jimin has taken this to another level entirely. He can execute perfect crescendos while executing complicated footwork, hit sustained notes during rapid directional changes, and maintain vocal color consistency even when his body is inverted or off balance. This requires an almost supernatural level of body control and vocal awareness. It's like he's developed a completely separate processing system in his brain that can manage vocals independently from his physical movements, something neurologists would find absolutely fascinating to study. Okay, now let's talk about breathing. Guys, this is super crucial. Unlike regular singers who sing while standing or sitting comfortably, Jimin has to manage his breath in constantly changing conditions. Imagine when he's doing spins or fast rotations, he has to know exactly when to take a breath. When doing floor work or acrobatic movements, he already has to prepare oxygen reserves. Jimin has trained what's called extreme level breath support. His diaphragm works like a program machine, taking in and releasing air with perfect timing, even when his body is in positions that are totally unnatural for singing. And this is what amazes me. In an interview, Jimin once revealed that he practices vocals while running on a treadmill or doing jumping jacks. Can you imagine? He literally trains his body to get used to singing while his heart is racing. When heart rate reaches 150 to 170 BPM, like when dancing hard, the body naturally searches for more oxygen. But Jimin has trained his body to still allocate enough air for sound production, even in oxygen-deprived conditions. This is a super rare level of vocal athleticism, guys. Very few singers can do this. What's even more fascinating is how Jimin has developed his own training methodology over the years. He doesn't just follow conventional vocal training methods. Instead, he's created a hybrid approach that combines elements from contemporary dance, traditional vocal techniques, and even athletic training. This personalized approach has allowed him to overcome challenges that would stop most performers. He's essentially rewritten the rulebook on what's possible for a performer who needs to excel in both vocal and dance performance simultaneously. Many vocal coaches have studied his technique and incorporated his methods into their teaching, which shows just how innovative and effective his approach really is. Now, this is an aspect people often don't notice. Jimin is a main dancer who's also involved in creating BTS choreography, so he understands perfectly when he needs to sing and when to focus on dancing. If you pay close attention, in BTS choreography, Jimin will do slightly more economical movements right before he has to sing difficult parts. He'll position himself in places that allow him to breathe more freely. This isn't coincidence. This is intentional design. Jimin works with choreographers to ensure movements and vocals can sync without sacrificing the quality of both. Genius! Just look at the performance of Who, which has achieved over 87 million streams on Spotify Korea alone. In the live performance of this song, Jimin does super dynamic movements but can still sing high notes perfectly. The secret is micro-adjustments in every movement. So when he has to reach high notes, he'll slightly reduce the amplitude of his hand movements, or he'll change the isolation of movement from the whole body to just upper body or lower body. This is the intelligence of a performer who understands his body's limitations and capabilities perfectly. Another crucial aspect is Jimin's understanding of stage positioning and spatial awareness. He knows exactly where to be on stage to maximize his vocal projection while maintaining the visual impact of his dance. This spatial intelligence means he can use the acoustics of different venues to his advantage, positioning himself where his voice will carry best during challenging vocal sections. It's a level of environmental awareness that most performers take years to develop, but Jimin has made it look effortless. He can adapt his performance based on the size of the venue, whether it's an intimate theater or a massive stadium, always finding the sweet spot between vocal clarity and dance energy. Let's also talk about Jimin's mental preparation and focus. Performing at this level isn't just physical, it's deeply psychological. Jimin has developed meditation and visualization techniques that help him maintain laser focus during performances. Before going on stage, he mentally rehearses every moment where he needs to transition from intense dance to challenging vocals. This mental mapping allows his body to execute almost automatically, freeing his mind to focus on emotional delivery and connecting with the audience. It's a holistic approach that recognizes performance as a mind-body-spirit integration, not just technical execution. Guys, we also have to talk about stamina. Jimin is known as one of the idols with the most brutal training routine in the K-pop industry. He doesn't just practice dancing or practice vocals separately, but he combines them in training sessions that can last 10 to 12 hours a day during comeback preparation. Crazy, right? His body has been conditioned to work in survival mode. His breathing muscles, including intercostal muscles and diaphragm, have been trained like an Olympic athlete. His cardiovascular system is at a level that allows him to recover quickly even in the middle of performances. This is extraordinary dedication. But what makes Jimin truly special is his ability to still convey emotion even though his body is working super hard physically. And this is the most difficult aspect. Many singers can sing with perfect technique while dancing, but their voice sounds mechanical without soul. Jimin isn't like that. His signature emotive vocals still shine through strongly even though he's doing exhausting choreography. How does he do it? The answer is the deep connection between physical and emotion that he's built over the years. For Jimin, dancing and singing aren't two separate activities. For him, this is one unified expression. His body movements are an extension of his voice, and his voice is an extension of his movements. Mind-blowing, right? When he sings sad parts, his entire body feels that sadness, not just his vocal cords. When he sings energetic parts, that energy flows from every cell of his body, not just from his mouth. This is a level of artistic expression that can only be achieved by few performers in the world. Vocal experts have also given amazing testimonials about Jimin. Sam Johnson, a famous vocal coach, praised Jimin's technical skills that keep his vocals clear and healthy even when used in extreme conditions. Derek Rockney said Jimin has a special brightness and high notes that other members don't have, and this stays consistent even when he's dancing. Cody McManus, a musician and producer from Canada, even admitted being envious of Jimin's vocal technique. These are professionals acknowledging another professional's greatness. But wait, don't get me wrong. This achievement didn't come without sacrifice. Jimin himself once admitted that he often feels unsatisfied with his voice. He said songs that require a lot of technique are super difficult to sing live, especially while dancing. There were moments where he almost lost confidence in his vocal abilities. So sad to hear this, right? But instead of giving up, he chose to go back to basics. He focused on developing a more solid foundation with a simple and direct approach. He even worked with Jungkook to help each other improve their vocals, a process he described as difficult but fun. Jimin's journey has also been filled with injury and exhaustion. Combining two super demanding positions physically keeps his body often at its limit. There were times he had to perform with injuries, times when his voice was almost gone from overuse. But his dedication and professionalism never wavered. He always found ways to deliver his best performance, even when his body wasn't at optimal condition. This is the mental strength that separates regular performers from true superstars. And guys, this December 2025, after completing his military service last June, Jimin came back with a condition that's even better. Fans who watched his comeback in Are You Sure? Season 2 with Jungkook noticed that his vocals sound more mature and powerful. Time in the military, although it kept him away from the stage, actually gave time for his body to recover and for his vocals to develop more naturally. Without the pressure to perform every day, his vocal cords got the rest they desperately needed. And when he returned, his strength multiplied. Now, with BTS preparing for their big comeback in spring 2026, with a world tour predicted to be the biggest in their history with around 65 shows worldwide, Jimin is in intensive preparation. He's not just practicing vocals and dance separately, but he's integrating both at an even higher level. Fans in the music industry globally are waiting to see how he'll take his abilities to a new dimension in the upcoming comeback. Super exciting, right? So guys, the mystery of Jimin's vocals being able to sing while dancing hard is actually no longer a mystery after we understand the dedication, technique, intelligence, and sacrifice behind it. This is the result of thousands of hours of practice, deep understanding of body and voice, smart collaboration with choreographers, extraordinary mental strength, and most importantly a passion that never dims to give the best for fans. Jimin has proved that the impossible can become possible if someone is willing to work harder than others, to keep learning, and to never settle with achievements already attained. He's not just a lead vocalist or main dancer. He is a true performer who has changed K-pop industry standards and inspired the next generation to keep pushing the boundaries of human capabilities. And that's why to this day, Jimin remains one of the most admired and most influential performers in the global music scene. Absolutely legendary. Okay guys, that's it for today's video. If you enjoyed this video, don't forget to smash that like button, subscribe to our channel, and share it with your friends who are also BTS fans. Drop in the comment section, who do you think are other idols with extraordinary abilities like Jimin? And which Jimin performance left you most speechless? I'm waiting for your comments. See you in the next video. Bye bye.